there is no clear answer immediately to bridge this digital divide for our students that live in some of those remote geographic areas.
Head to Roan Mountain, Tennessee, and education's digital divide is as clear as the steep ridges separating one narrow valley from the next. Pandemic shutdowns brought the problem into focus. Cloudland High School Principal Richard Church said lack of broadband access greatly hindered virtual learning.
About 1/5 of our students do not have access whatsoever to any high-speed or broadband service.
Cloudland Elementary Principal Becky Ralston said the problem isn't poverty so much as location.
We're talking about Buck Mountain, the top of the Rhone, the internet access is just not there. I mean, and to get it in some places, there's $2,000-3,000 just to get it into a home.
So we'll have devices ready to be put in students' hands, but until they have that connectivity in certain areas, the devices, they're useless.
Tennessee Attorney General Herb Slattery said the problem is significant. He signed on to a letter recently with several dozen of his counterparts calling for federal resources and state-level flexibility.
Tennessee's already got a program in place, and they can get down to the local communities and know what works. I mean, they know who has internet and who doesn't.
Federal, state, local officials need to work with the companies that this is their livelihood to work out these solutions. And I do think that the red tape needs to be cut.
Slattery, Ralston, and Church all say there's no better time than now.
We want to narrow that education gap that we're experiencing, and so that's one place where I think you could really make a difference.
The technology's there. It's just getting it out there and then getting folks educated enough to know how to access it.
So I hope something positive that can come out of this pandemic is that we will finally service our rural areas with high-speed broadband.
Carter County school officials are using some CARES Act money from the federal government to put devices in the hands of as many students as possible. When some of those students will be able to effectively use those devices is another question entirely. In Johnson City, Jeff Keeling, News Channel 11.